Singapore President Tony Tan Keng Yam will be visiting Myanmar from April 1st. During his 5-day state visit, he'll travel to Naypidaw, Mandalay and Yangon. The trip is seen as largely symbolic, meant to cement long-standing ties between the two countries. May Wong reports.
Diplomatic ties between Singapore and Myanmar span about 47 years. Both countries have regular high-level exchanges, prompting some to say that bilateral relations today is in fact on an upswing. Observers say President Tony Tan Keng Yam's visit to Myanmar is symbolic.
Singapore stood by Myanmar during the hard times, during the last 25 years of sanctions. It was Singapore that still invested in key sectors of the infrastructure that really helped, the Myanmar people. And I think the visit by the president is a very important reminder to the Myanmar government that Singapore has stood by Myanmar and will be there also as a partner in ASEAN, in the ASEAN future. It also signals to some extent where the government's interests are and where the recognition is about the leadership of Thein Sein and his government, and also the encouragement that these types of initiatives that we've seen in the last 2 years are very positive, both for the region and for Singapore.
When Myanmar President Thein Sein visited Singapore last year, the two nations signed a memorandum of understanding on the Singapore-Myanmar Technical Cooperation Program. Under that program, Singapore has been helping Myanmar in areas like human resource training and economic development. Many don't expect any new agreements to be inked during the Singapore president's visit this time.
I don't think it's necessary to come with a big package, as it were, because as fellow ASEAN member states, there are certain cooperation programs that have been conceptualized, that are being implemented and that are ongoing. At every level, there is good communication and coordination going on that it's not like in the past, when countries were emerging from the colonial era, that big aid packages had to be brought to the table to kind of signify that something special is going on.
President Tony Tan's visit is seen as timely on two fronts. One, it's about 1 year since Myanmar President Thein Sein visited Singapore. And two, as new economic and political players become more involved in Myanmar's development, it's significant that President Tony Tan reiterates Singapore's commitment to bilateral relations with Myanmar. In addition, President Tony Tan will also be able to help open up and continue with the channels of communication for business as well as social sectors between the two countries.